Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's the CD guy, Johnny Z here. Thank you so much for tuning back into the channel, and today I'm going to be reviewing the new Alice Cooper studio album, Road. First off, just some fast album facts. This is the 22nd solo record released by Alice Cooper, released today on August 25th, 2023 through Ear Music, and it's the follow-up to Detroit Stories from 2021. As for the personnel here on this album, it's Alice's live touring band, that being guitarist Nita Strauss, Ryan Roxie, and Tommy Henriksen. Also, you have bassist Chuck Garric, and drummer Glen Sobel, and of course, Alice Cooper. Time for John's 5, my top 5 favorite songs from the new album here. Coming in at number 1, I have to go with the album opener and the first single released for this album, that being I'm Alice. This is as close as I think this album gets to a classic modern-day Alice Cooper song. Loads of fun, of course, but the lyrics here are great. You know, it's essentially Alice Cooper writing, the theme song for Alice Cooper. It's pretty much everything people have been saying about the Alice character in the 21st century here, as we appreciate the work he's put in over the past 50 years, all put into one song, so I think that's great. I think the lyrics are fantastic, and just a great fun song here that really does encapsulate the Alice character now, 50 years later. So, in my opinion, the best song from the record, and definitely should sound fantastic live. Next, at number 2 here, we have Line Frankenstein. Now, this is a track that I think is a lot of fun. I think the chorus is fantastic, and it's just a total earworm of a track, in my opinion. This whole album is, pretty conceptual, right? All surrounded around the themes of, being on the road. So this track is just another example of that. But again, I find the lyricism to be great. Alice is a very clever lyricist, always has been, always will be, right? So really fun track here. And that's kind of the main theme, I think, of this record for me is fun. It's a fun record to listen to. And Line Frankenstein, really infectious track. It's got a great groove to it and just a lot of fun to listen to. Coming in at number 2 here on my top 5. Following that up here with my number 3, I'm going to go with Road Rats Forever. This is a great track. Feels a lot like a Hollywood vampire song, I think, in my opinion, but another really fun song on this album, and it's got a great riff to it as well. And this whole record is a really fantastic showcase of Alice's live touring band, who sound incredible here on this track. Really enjoy this song. I think it's very anthemic as well, and of course, more great lyrics here by Alice. Fantastic stuff. Coming in at number 3 on John's 5. For number 4 in my top 5, I'm going to give a joint entry to 2 songs that I feel kind of go hand in hand with one another. Back-to-back ballads here on this record. We have Baby Please Don't Go, and then also 100 More Miles. So both of these tracks is Alice delivering the ballad here, and for me personally, I really love an Alice Cooper ballad. He's one of the best at it, in my opinion. One of the guys who really made the ballad cool, going all the way back to his early solo career with Only Women Bleed and I Never Cry, right? You and Me. Fantastic songs, some of his biggest hits as well, and they were all ballads, right? And just great stuff. And then of course, when Alice started pursuing the ballad once again in the 90s and the late 80s, that was fantastic too. It was kind of like riding a bike for Alice Cooper, since he was one of those, like I said, kind of made that cool. So great to hear Alice delivering the ballad again. Baby Please Don't Go sounds a lot like something off of Trash or Hey Stupid, right? So I really enjoyed that aspect. And then you have 100 More Miles, which does definitely reminds me of something off of Goes to Hell, right? Kind of similar lyrical themes here to Going Home, which I thought was pretty cool. So 2 great tracks, awesome lyricism as well, and definitely did enjoy a bit of a change in pace here for this record. And finally, we round out John's 5 here with Rules of the Road. I guess the closest thing on this record to a title track. This is a song which Alice pretty much advises you how to not join the 27 Club, so that's pretty cool here, right? Some great lyrics. Seems at first like Alice is encouraging some of the, poor choices you could do on the road, and then he kind of turns it around on you, and, it's like, no, this is how you decide not to join the 27th Club. So I thought that was pretty interesting, right? Great track here, written by Cooper and Ezrin, so really enjoy that. Almost 4 minutes long, another fun song in my opinion, and again, like I said, probably the closest thing we have to the title track here on this record, but really interesting song in my opinion, and definitely has a lot of re-listenable qualities to it, so definitely going to keep listening to this track, and I might climb up, in my order here, but fantastic song in my opinion. All in all, I'm going to give this album 7.5 out of 10. Really enjoyable stuff here by Alice Cooper. Alice is one of my favorite musicians of all time, in case you can't tell by all of this. So definitely was looking forward to this release here, and it did not disappoint in my opinion. Pretty much know what to expect from Alice Cooper at this point in his career. I think it's definitely better than Detroit Stories and Paranormal by a little bit, but it's all very solid stuff as far as I'm concerned, and the key word, like I said before, is it's a lot of fun to listen to, right? And this is Alice here giving a showcase to his live touring band, which I thought was fantastic. The band are super talented. I say probably say one of the best live touring bands any musician has behind him in music today. That was just really fantastic to get to hear them on an Alice Cooper record in full. So that's really awesome in my opinion. And I mentioned my top 5 favorite songs, but really the whole record is solid. I don't think there's a bad track on here. I'm gonna pick it up tomorrow when I hit the record store. And when it comes down to it, Alice Cooper is just an absolute living legend. And so whenever we can get new music from him, it's always a treat, right? It's something we should not take for granted because when when Alice Cooper is gone, there's going to be nobody left like him, so while Alice Cooper is still making music and still releasing, music of this quality, I think it's definitely worth supporting, listening to, buying, all that stuff, because he's a total legend, and, if you're a fan of Alice Cooper and what he does, you're going to have fun listening to it. You're going to enjoy these tracks. I think they're definitely going to come off a lot better live, so definitely go out and see Alice Cooper live. It seems like a record that was written to be performed on the road, no pun intended, so with that in mind, I can't wait to see Alice Cooper live at some point supporting this record. So, when it comes down to it, really enjoyable stuff here, fun stuff by Alice. Is it the best album he's ever made? No, right? But, in my opinion, 7.5 out of 10 is fair. Like I said, though, I'm going to keep listening, so always a chance my rating goes a little bit higher. But nonetheless, really, really great record here in its sense that, it's fun, classic Alice Cooper lyricism, and pretty much what you could expect from Alice Cooper. So, again, he's one of my favorites of all time, so thoroughly enjoying this record. So that wraps up my review of the new Alice Cooper studio album, Road. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel down below, turn on the bell for notifications so you never miss a new upload, and let me know down in the comment section below, as well as in the poll over in the community tab, your thoughts on the new Alice Cooper studio album. I want to hear from you. And until next time, it's the CD guy, Johnny Z, signing off. Take care, everybody.